the current rumor that's floating around today, which I just wrote about on the Patreon, which I think, which I think is quite possible, maybe even probable, that the announced Dave Filoni film is going to be titled Heir to the Empire. If that's what happens, then that's I don't think he will directly adapt the original Zahn novel, which is a brilliant novel.
Yeah, you really can't.
I think, especially because he's already created elements that don't fit that, but also he's created elements that don't exactly fit the sequels. So he's already creating a third timeline, and let's see where he goes with it. But that suggests to me that he's off doing his own thing, and God bless him if that's what he's doing.
I think I'm pretty convinced that is exactly the title that it'll be, because what I'm seeing there, and I thought maybe the plan was to actually do the backstory that the sequels needed.
I mean, because if you could get us to this person somehow, I'll go with you. But you didn't get us there.
Yeah. The problem is it's still the sequel trilogy. So I think, and then it's because it's one of these interviews that Favreau gave, and there's you'll get there, and then we'll go forward, move on
but
beyond it.
What else is he gonna say? I mean,
how much does that mean? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
he's got to say what he's got to say.
Yeah, I'm going to get rid of my boss's prize. You can't say that.
Yeah, no, you can't.
I mean, you cannot say it. Yeah. You can say that. But I heard 3 years ago from a very famous screenwriter who's made Marvel movies, big shot, big dude who knows all these characters. I don't know a lot of these people. He knows these people personally. And he told me 3 years ago, oh, John and Dave already have a plan to use Ahsoka to reset the timeline and erase the sequels. He told me that 3 years ago, before that was even a narrative in the world. And this guy's I would love to have his career. He's a very successful screenwriter who hangs out with these people. So that's at least been an idea they've had for a while.
Yeah, obviously, because it's sitting there. It's just sitting right there. We've all seen the cartoon. They reveal that.
Yeah, and we see that the Veil of the Force is in the Veil of the Force is, we've seen it in the poster. We now see it in the trailer. The Veil of the Force, which is a dimensional doorway to other timelines, is part of the show.
Right.
It's right there if you want to take it.
And it's, and if that's the direction, I think that would go a long way. That would certainly be the excitement for it would generate a lot, just to say that, oh, look what they just did. It might even be a brief scene in the Ahsoka series, but everyone's going to know what it is.
Well, I will tell you this, but I have certain sources that I've mentioned that are inside Disney / Lucasfilm, and they did, I think I put it on the Patreon, my infamous source that not everyone believes, and fine, you don't have to believe them.
Okay.
I've met the guy. It could be a woman. Or could be multiple people. I've met the person. I'm using gaijin. I've met them. I know who they are. I know why, what their role is in the company. I know why they're leaking to me. I know all that. So they said to me, just a couple of weeks ago, that thing I put on Patreon, that that's a second, because they've seen the scripts for both seasons of Ahsoka, and they've given me a lot of details which I've not put out publicly because I don't want to spoil them, right?
Right.
There's a lot of details like, oh wow, that sounds like a great story, right? That's what they're doing. And but the one thing that I did put out is that even in season 1, altering the timeline through the Veil of the Force is a plot line. That somebody is trying to change the timeline. I mean, right now, I will say they're not going to be changing the sequel timeline. As long as Kathleen Kennedy's there, they can't do that, right? Because she's the boss, right? They can't, even if it's nominal, she's the boss. So, but other characters are trying to use the Veil of the Force to change the timeline of the Star Wars history that we know, right? That's official. Right. That's part of the plot, and then Ahsoka's trying to stop them for her reasons. So, if that's already the plot of the first 2 seasons, that people are using time travel to alter the Star Wars we know, you can pull that trigger for the sequels anytime that it's safe to do so, because it's already the plot line of the show.
And it would have to be, because Ahsoka herself, her own existence at this point, at this age, is because of the Veil of the Force. She got rescued
because she's supposedly dead in the timeline we've been given, with her voice as a Force ghost voice in the Rise of Skywalker. She's supposed to be dead, which I'm sure Dave Filoni didn't appreciate, that his character was killed without his permission, right? And so already the timeline, if she's gonna have to survive, she's gonna have to change how things flow. So that's just what, and it's his baby. It's his character he's working on for over 10 years now.
Oh, probably longer than that, I think.
12, 13 years. I mean,
something like that.
He just wants her to be a random voice fading in the echoes.
Yeah, I know. Oh, put Ahsoka in there. Everybody's got to be there because Rey's all the Force or some such.
Well, and after look, as artist, this is my novel.
Yes, that's the one I read.
This is my baby. It's my child, right? And I don't like it if someone tries to erase my child. I mean, these are your babies. They come out of you.
Yeah.
And if someone disrespects your work or minimizes it, it hurts very deeply. And that's one book. Imagine a guy who spent well over a decade of his life creating this really fascinating character.
Yeah.